Now, Bruce, that was a great number. You're actually best qualified of all these people here for being in the restaurant business, aren't you?
That's right. That is correct.
And you were a barman for how long?
Years of experience in the food and beverage industry. Was a bartender, waiter, cook. Not a cook. Was a short order cook. Dishwasher.
What was your speciality? Did you die hard cocktail?
I used to make drinks. I used to invent drinks. I made up a drink called the Honey I'm Home.
That consisted of what?
Well, these are secret ingredients, Michael. Of course, I can't.
Die Hard. The first time I saw the first one, I was on a plane, which would had turned round with engine trouble. So thank you very much for a most relaxing hour and a half. In today's Times, the Sunday Times, there's a piece that says about you landing a fee for $13 million up front for Die Hard 3. What is the truth of this?
The truth of that article?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if there's any truth in there. Are we talking about something that was actually written down? Something that was written in one of these papers?
In black and white. In fact, this, I think, is the Daily Mail. It says here, Willis has been offered a guaranteed salary of £13 million to star in Die Hard 3.
Right. Can you lend me about $10, sir?
You know what?
What do you say?
Does anybody here believe what you read in the newspaper? Do you believe it? You do?
No.
Come on.
Yeah. So it's not true?
Well, I don't. I generally you pay much less than that.
So I'm not going to ask you two what you think of that $13 million up front. What do you say to that?
I think we need his agent.
Well, let's have some proof of what you're up to anyway, because the battle at the box office continues with your own contribution, and here's a clip from that.
Detective Thomas Hardy. A river full of dead bodies.
Well, sounds like our own Thames there. Yeah. Another cop. What's the appeal about cops then? You do a lot of this.
You know, they're actually starting to lose their appeal for me. I'm getting sick of carrying guns in movies. But they're, you know, these are the cowboy movies. These are the modern generation of cowboy movies, of good guys and bad guys, and I guess that has a certain amount of appeal. I mean, people keep going. I just get a little tired of all the guns after a while.
Mm-hmm. Now, the tradition of action movies with sardonic one-liners, which is what you three are specializing in now, started with James Bond. Did you grow up with Bond?
Yeah. Oh, I did, yes. I loved the Bond movies. I think the Bond movies really set the base for all the other action movies, because it had everything. It had, I mean, I would say the beginning Bond movies. The later ones were not that great anymore, but I mean the beginning ones of Sean Connery, and also the other one with Roger Moore, and there was one other character that played James Bond. There was some really good ones, but the last 2, 3 I didn't like. But they had great humor, terrific action, and always bigger-than-life things. I mean, it was wonderful, and I think that there's a lot of things that you can copy from that.
Yeah, you go along with that slide.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're better at it than I am. I mean, there's a certain kind of delivery. I think, you know, really, there's... I don't deliver the one-liner quite as well, so I try to pick and choose a little bit less.
So you said 2 lines now.
Yeah, I'll tell you, like, Rambo's not exactly a stand-up comic. You know what I mean? It doesn't quite work, him saying, you know, whatever. But I do believe, like you say, you come around in the 90s, when, as some of these films, the violent films, the humor diffuses and lets the audience know right away, let's not take this as serious as it is. It's not intended to be mean-spirited. It's just escapism, but without total roots in reality.
Bond was, you all do this, don't you? I mean, Bond shoots something with a harpoon and says, he got the point. Things like that. You like that?
Very good reading of James Bond.
Thank you. I haven't got the cruelty, otherwise I'm perfect. Now, the Bond theme, as you're aware, very much aware, is a feature of the London Planet Hollywood, and 2 of your friends are here before us to give us a special preview, Don Johnson and Melanie Griffith. Hello, folks, can you hear us? We've interrupted you.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, Don. Hello, Melanie.
Caught me here at dinner.
Wait.
Wipe your face.
Honey.
You're dribbling.
Oh, sorry.
Learn to use a fork, would you?
Just a little.
What have you got to show us apart from the drool?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I just happen to have a little Walther PPK here that Mr. Bond used in so many of his fine films. Doesn't work.
Thank God. What else have we got?
We got over here. Oh, wait a minute. we have some jewels here.
We have jewels here that Marilyn Monroe wore and Some Like It Hot.
Yeah.
Very
They were
nice.
hot, certainly.
Are you sure that wasn't the 7-year itch?
No, the 7-year itch is right over there at the
Oh,
dress.
that's it. Oh, okay. And we got my buddy Sly's motorbike here that he rode in Rocky.
Take it for a ride, Don.
By the way, we do have to chat about a golf game.
I know about that.
And this is, as you recall, this is Odd Job's hat. And you can see it has the sharp edges on there. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is
Didn't
probably
need that,
a lawsuit
cameraman.
coming on.
Why don't you do the...
No,
the
no, this is women's apparel, I think, is
All
your
right.
area here.
That dress seems to be growing out of Arnold's body there.
You're right.
Whose was that?
This was Marilyn Monroe's in the 7-year itch.
Yeah.
This Michelle Pfeiffer wore in Batman Returns.
Very small.
And this is the actual Maltese Falcon.
Ah!
Right here.
Have you scratched it?
No, I was being very gentle.
Actually, I have a knife here. I thought maybe we'd just cut it open here and see what we got going, guys. No, just kidding. Ha, ha.
That's a great selection. What is the place like down there? Is it impressive?
It's great.
Fabulous.
It's great.
The best.
How many people are there apart from you at the moment?
Very many and very quiet.
About 45,000, it looks like. From here.
Yes, I can hear it. How long are you going to be here for? You're here for the party, of course.
Well, I'm going to be here long enough to take Sly's money on the course.
Excellent.
And Denise and I are going to go shopping.
Oh, my God, Bruce, we're dead. They're going shopping.
Well,
Now,
thank you both very much.
we're going back to dinner, if you guys don't mind.
Yes, please do carry
You're
on.
doing a great job, really. Keep up the
You're
good
looking
work.
star. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you, Doctor. It's all live television, this. Show us your left breast, Bruce.
No.
Very dedicated to the whole Planet Hollywood, the whole notion of Planet Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't ask you anymore.
Dedicated, yes.
Now, Planet Hollywood, as we know, is all about movies, and the reviews in all the papers today are talking about your wife's film, of course, Indecent Proposal,
Yes.
all about the married woman who accepts $1 million to sleep with another man.
Yes.
What did you both think about a woman doing that?
Well, as far as the woman doing it, I mean, look, it's just capitalism. That's how I felt about it personally.
Yeah.
It's just capitalism. I had a problem with the guy selling his wife for any price. I mean, they have a word for that in our country. It starts with P.
Yeah,
You may have the same word here.
we have that word. Somebody said it'd be even more interesting if he'd offered money to sleep with the husband.
Yeah.
Never thought of it. Yeah. There has been an uproar about this film, hasn't
Terrific
there?
concept, wasn't it?
Yes.
I loved it.
But there's been a row about it. I mean, people have been discussing it.
Controversial.
But it's just a while, because then you go home with your wife and then the arguments start. What do you think of it? And then you say your opinion, and she says her opinion, and the fights begin, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Everyone
where it
walks
fell
out.
down slightly, because the other guy was Robert Redford, which kind of spoiled it a little. I'll tell you what, shall we do an Oprah Winfrey here, and we'll ask the audience about this. How many of you would go to bed with a total stranger for $1 million? How many of you would go to bed with our guests here for nothing at all? Wow. And I've got £12.50. Any offers there? Thank you, sir, very much. So that's fixed up you three for the rest of your lives here. So tell us, how long are you going to stay on this trip?
I'm here for a couple more days, and then I have to go back to work.
Yeah.
Back in
On Die
Los
Hard
Angeles.
3?
No, doing a film right now called Color of Night.
You never stop, you guys. What are you off to next, Arnold?
I'm going to the next movie with Jim Cameron that is called True Lies, and there will be another 5 or 6 months shoot until around December or so.
Sly?
I'm going to finish up Demolition Man with Joel Silver and a new kid named Marco Brambili, and then look for something else to do in around October.
Yeah. 13 million up front, eh? That's
That's a lot of dough, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not $13 million. That's 13 million pounds.
Which is a lot more.
At the going exchange
Anyway,
rate.
I won't embarrass you further because we now got a man who must have had a few interesting offers in his time. Brian Ferry's new album is called Taxi, and tomorrow he'll be releasing the second single from it. We'll hear it first. Meanwhile, let me say thanks for your company and more power to your elbow, if that's possible, to Bruce Willis, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Sylvester Stallone.